Hello. This is a new type of video I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of commentate over what happens in the race currently. Never done it, so if it sucks complete ass, my bad. As we get started, starting off in fourth, kind of mid, but gets a little bit more exciting here as we kind of get along with it. Into turn one, just kind of feeling the car out a little bit, just, gonna try to get settled in, not gonna go for anything too crazy. It is like a 10 to 12-ish minute race, so, a lot can happen. As we're gonna try to catch up to 2 and 3 here. P1's kind of fucked off up the road, so. Going into turn 3 or 4, the Cheetos goes off, move up to P3. Easy move, we'll take it. The long hairpin, actually, I've driven on this track a couple times and it's super fucking awesome. I do love this track a lot. I did have to keep the racing line on for this first race just because wasn't fully used to it. Still kind of getting the hang of it. That quick chicane is a very, very cool part. Can use a lot of curbs. Real quick part of the track. It's super awesome. I love that part. And this second chicane is also a lot of fun. Gain a lot of time. You'll kind of see throughout the video. That's kind of where I gain most of my time, on the people in front and behind me as well. Coming up the hill, just keeping it in line, keeping safe, getting settled in for the 10-ish minutes that we're going to be in here. And coming into the final turn, gonna have to drop it kind of down to second, maybe first. Get revs up out of the corner. That's lap 1. It's pretty simple. Not gonna be a lot to talk about until later on, but we're gonna get into it. We're trying it out. And I got this I can hear myself talking and it's throwing me off, so I can't hear the actual race. I have to turn everything down. It's fucking confusing me because I'm a stupid monkey-brained idiot gamer. So keeping up for the most part with 1 and 2 up ahead, and most of the time I feel like where I struggle is just braking too long, especially in the Mazdas. They're just a regular sports car basically, so you don't have to brake too much. A lot of the time when you make these turns, you kind of have to be off the throttle, get on it slowly. But coming into this quick chicane here, again, take a lot of the curbs, kind of be right up his ass a little bit through the chicanes, and you'll see kind of later on in the race where it will start to kind of hurt me a little bit. Coming through this quick right left-hander, P1 actually goes off and hits one of the safety obstacles. So currently in P2, gonna try to chase this fucker down for the win. And we're gonna have a fun little fight for pretty much the rest of the race. For me in this situation, my heart was pounding. I was excited. I wanted to get after it. Chasing the 5, coming up on this final corner. Again, going up to 4th. On the brake way too early there, and I just didn't want to almost drop it right there, have a little bit of oversteer, but we fixed it and we're back. We're about a second-ish behind him, maybe a little bit over a second, coming to this first corner. Take it pretty decently. I overshifted down to second, and I feel that kind of fucked me here, but we're gonna catch back up to him. Got a lot of pace, kind of. And again, it's kind of lower rating, so these people aren't, masterminds of racing, but, we're going to catch up to them eventually, hopefully. This long left-hander, I really like this corner a lot. Kind of got to stay off the throttle, kind of tap it a little bit, get right up behind him, coming into the long hairpin, and go a little bit deep, kind of a shitty exit out of there. Still kind of stay like 7/8, 7/10, 8/10 behind him. And then this quick left, right. Now we're right back up, right underneath him. Gonna try to take the outside line coming up to this quick chicane him right up alongside him, brake a little bit later, give him space, and yeah, you know, that's kind of how it goes. You know, people bump into you, whatever, go back at him. Coming up the hill, decent enough exit. We're gonna be right in his exhaust pretty much. With this short right-hander, he brakes a little bit extra. I couldn't really take advantage of it because I'm a fucking idiot, but it's alright. I'm gonna try to maybe sniff up the inside a little bit too far back, but I'm gonna stay middle of the track, tip it in. Again, that final corner is always just tricky for me for some reason. I don't know why, but you know, about half-ish way through the race now. It's not a lap race, it's just a time race, so they just, 10 minutes left, so trying to get after him. Again, coming into this long left-hander, a little bit later on the brakes, a little bit of understeer there, but get out okay. Starting to pull away a tiny bit, but, like I said, I'm not tripping about it because I know that these next two chicanes coming up, I should be able to make up a little bit of time that was lost to him. Go deep again into this hairpin, and that's just me sucking, to be honest. Again, he's super early. We get way later on the brakes and just go way too deep. Still trying to figure out like the best way to take that corner as far as like braking late. Maybe got to figure that out when not in a ranked race, and I'm trying to win, but a little bit early on this one. Get on the throttle, get off, get back on the throttle, and then this long right-hander, or this quick right-hander coming up. Now we got a little bit of time to make up. He's about 2, maybe 3 seconds up the road, and now kind of what I'm thinking is just, put in some qualifying laps, go get him, drive well, be precise, and, all that other BS. And then, we're just gonna sit back and, if by, the 1 minute and a half mark can't catch up to him, gonna settle into second and be okay with it. Would rather have the win, but, can't win them all. He gets a little bit too deep into that apex and kind of messes up his line, so we're gonna catch up a tiny bit here. We'll get a little bit of a run in his slipstream, and this long left-hander it's easy to kind of keep up and keep the speed up. A lot better on the hairpin here. We'll end up actually taking a good amount of time out of that one corner, which is good. Again, try to be a little late here on the brakes. Take as much curb as possible. I have had a couple times where I hit that second obstacle and it's just totaled the car, fucked the race up for me, but it works out a little bit better there. And then this quick right-left, and we'll pretty much be right up back behind him again, coming out of the S's here. And then starting to realize, okay, I can actually catch him up this hill and through that quicker section with the left, right. And then this quick right-hander off the throttle, kind of tap it a little bit, get the revs up. We're still chasing him. And then final corner, a little bit of a long right-hander. Hit the apex, take a bit of curb, another little snap of oversteer. It's just that last corner. If I can get that last corner down, and I'll probably be leading and probably will end up winning. But revs down, get him back up, bite the curb, and go get him. Try to get it a little bit later here on the brakes, long left. He gets a real good exit out of it. And I kind of get a mid one. Not great, not terrible. These cars are super fun because they're not like formula cars where you got to be super sensitive with the throttle. You can kind of like through the apex of the corner right here, you can kind of just get on the throttle fully and just go. But you do got to be careful with the braking and, you know, locking up every now and then. I have a decent enough setup to where I set the full at that chicane. See that right there is what I'm talking about with the chicane where I can make up the most time. Kind of want to go to the outside again, but you know, remember what happened the last time I tried to overtake here. It didn't give me enough space, so I'm kind of earlier on the brakes. Maybe go for a little bit of a switchback, and he just puts his car in a good enough spot to where I can't take that outside line, so I gotta kind of play it a little bit more carefully. But going up the hill, I have a decent enough run on him. I can, you know, maybe think about shagging it down the inside and overtaking the spot, but it's not a full braking zone, so kind of back off a little bit here. Puts his car on that inside line. We take a bit of curb, and we're still pretty much right up his ass, and maybe into the final corner can make a little bit of a lunge. He defends that inside line, makes us go outside. Maybe can get him right here, and yet another snap of that oversteer is what's killing me. But I think he had a bad enough exit there, and you know, maybe go for a move on the inside. Right up here, he's kind of in the middle of the track, kind of go for it, and just, I mean, to me, it's a little bit of moving under braking, but you know, I'm not gonna trip about it. I mean, and I'm pretty sure this is the last lap here. This will be the white flag lap, and if I'm gonna make a move, you know, I gotta make a move on this lap, and as I just have a really shitty first corner, it's, you know, not my best works, and kind of setting in like, okay, maybe just the second place finish is the best we're gonna get here, but still got the 2 corners I'm super confident in. As the hairpin's not that bad, we get on the throttle a little bit too early, and you know, he's gonna kind of fuck off here, and you know, we're just gonna say, you know, hey, don't do anything dumb, just kind of bring it home. If you can make a move, make the move, but get another run up here, and yeah, it's just not going to be enough. And you know, making a move here is super risky, so you kind of got to hope like, okay, he's either got to make a stupid mistake, or you know, you just kind of got to live with the fact that you're going to end up P2. And he goes off the track here, but our exit just isn't good enough to capitalize on his mistakes. So as the wipers come on, clear off the rain on this beautiful sunny day, into this quick right-hander, down to third, get the revs back up. We actually have a decent enough corner on that second kind of apex, but you know, just not enough. Kind of have to settle for second here into the final corner. See if he, yeah, I mean that corner's a little, you know, better. The last one was the best one, but you know, P2, not a bad result. Not a lot of incident points kind of in that whole race. It was a decent enough result, and we'll take it at Oulton Park. But you know, can't win them all, but P2 is a good enough result for that. If you enjoyed kind of this format, as opposed to just, you know, throwing a replay up or having me actually record, whatever everybody kind of prefers, I'll do it. I've been enjoying my time on iRacing, and yeah, if you guys like it, you know, like, subscribe, do all that bullshit, or not, you know, I'm gonna make the videos regardless. So thanks for watching. I will see you whenever I decide to drive around with all these fucking idiots on track. So